Got to turn on my Spreaker. Spreaker, I apologize. Y'all caught up in the middle. But anyway, first off, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. That's right. This is a Heart of a Simple production, and of course, you know this is the Daily Toast. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. All right, family. All right. About to put the headphones back in. Sorry, Instagram, y'all can listen in. But we about to go and do our little toast. Where we at? Okay, cool. All right, we got our toast window up. Let's make sure I got my... No, I don't want my drink. I want my daily toaster screen. There we go. All right. So let's get it. It's time for us to do this toast. Lifting up. Y'all ready? Joe Orsini. One love, one life. Elder, what's up? What's up? How you doing this morning? Welcome. For all those that are new, if you have ancestors that you want to post up, whether you catching this live, now if you catching this live, you can put them right up on the timeline right now. If you're coming later, go to Gye-Nyame Journey Media on Facebook. You know, of course, like, and send us a message with them in there. We'll get it, right? Somebody will get it. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're in the group, share it in the group. Somebody will get it. You know? Joe Orsini say, hold up. Hold up what? Oh, okay, you about to put them on? You got some ancestors to throw down? All right, so let's get it. First off, getting on to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute. He said he grabbing his drink. Okay, I'm going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, he got milk. You got it? All right, cool. So here we go. We lifting up our glass to the Creator by whatever name you call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute the Creator and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Y'all know where we going. We're going straight to our ancestors, right? We're going to lift up and we're going to salute. He said, what's up, world? My Twitch went off for a minute, saying what's up to Diane. Oh, so we got to find out what's going on with that Twitch, man, for this weekend. Hold on here. All right. We lift up our glasses, salute our personal ancestors, our family members that made it possible for us to be here, our family members that helped us grow and protected us from the world when we needed it, right? Provided us shelter. We lift up our glass and we salute those ancestors, and we're gonna go down the list. And once again, for those who have ancestors that you want to add to the Daily Toast, by all means, post them up now. Okay? And we will get to them. If not, hit us up in our inbox. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin and Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Kelly Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones. I skipped some people. Let me start over. Antoinette Savage. What's up, Antoinette? How you doing? Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin and Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gaston, Arlena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Falar, Montague Pittman L, No More X, Sapet Meyer, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Gojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose. Oh my God. Hold on. We got some ancestors coming. Let me pause for a second. All right. We got Miss Antoinette. She throwing out. You know, y'all know I like to get these ancestors because this thing, somebody will post something else up and it will disappear and it'll be hard for me to find. So let me get them right now. I get to start over because I was messing up anyway. We have, okay. You feel better, Sash? Cool. Y'all get down here and do that work. Hurry up before your Aunt Janice get on here. Because you know she's a master teacher, so I don't want her to get on me. All right, Antoinette. You got Lena. Is it Lena Kate Herman Reeves? Is that all one? Oh my God, how you doing, Miss Kim? All right. So we had some new additions to our ancestors list. All right, let's keep it going. Now let me start over. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Tech Center, Davis, Herman Brown, Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Pendergasson, Eileen, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Sapet Maya, Rob Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Hayes, Grace Lundy, Inez Hayes, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pulley and the Luxter brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Jennifer Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rendelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bert Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agosto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Mark Walsh. Mark Walsh. Lost the rhythm. All right, so the goal for me, family, is to memorize the whole list. I want to get everybody's ancestors on there. I'm doing good, baby. How you doing? I already know. She already on the list. She been read. You gave me permission over a year ago. She been getting them props every morning, baby. So I left off at Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Nada Johnson, Florence M. Carter. I'm trying to learn the whole list so I can have it by memory. Because the next person that take my place, they're gonna have to know the whole list. Because eventually, some people might laugh, but eventually, the community gonna value what we do here enough to where somebody's gonna be able to get up here and salute our ancestors and actually be able to make a living. I'm just laying the framework. We got we start with Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Nada Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornegger, Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammond, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hader Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernie Squales, Ernestine Jackson, Franklin Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hadley Bester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Pershing Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Alice Murphy, Tamika Russell, Dean Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, We have William Walter West. We got Nigella Parrish. We got Elder Basiji Falani. I told you, Kim. Told you. We got Jim Robinson. We got Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Ennis Bostic, and the Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Neilon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, R.G. Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson. Hold on. Sasha, why it looking like you sleep? I'm not. Okay, get that work done. Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwilyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dak Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Ags Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cover, Ben Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman, Lewis John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Joe Dean Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Ericton Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, here in West Staten, Joe, Jamel Alls, and Pierce Donna Carly, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Lauren Newton, J.B. Froggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Carwell Sr., Robbie Lee Carwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lloyd Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Albert, Mazarine Coper, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Now, move to our black book. Let me get my pen, just in case some other names. Has any other names came up? You got Lena Kate. Is that a new name? So it's Lena Kate and Herman Reeves, two separate names. Just checking that to that. So go on, if you still out there, go let me know. So those are two separate names. All right. Going to the black book, we have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair. We got Anthony Brown. We got Jonathan Ford and Lottie Gaucher. We got Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damien Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, I'm Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin. We got Elizabeth Johnson. We got Frank Smith. We got Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner. Khalid is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner. We got Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilly, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson. We got Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James Henry Munger II, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thorin Johanna, Deshandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Al T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger. We got Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods. We got T.L.R. Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnilla Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Kofer, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Saber Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter. We got Mary Smith. We got Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Denny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, LaVonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Riesling, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett. We got LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh. We got Mona, Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner. We got Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Linda Kate, Herman Reeves. All right. Family, we raise our glass up to all of our ancestors. Those individuals, we got Pam Johnson instead of Stewart. Okay, Pam Johnson. Okay, cool. We also have Pam Johnson. All right, we lift them up. Any more before we close? All right, cool. We got Pam Johnson. Family, know that when you put them on the list, we read the list every day. Every day. That's what we do here at The Journey. So we lift up our glass. We salute our ancestors, right? We thank them for being in our lives, and we thank them for continuously being in our lives, right? As an African people, we realize that our ancestors are, in a sense, an extended part of our family. So we still salute them, and we think about them, and we think about their words of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because our ancestors really, really, really laid it out for us, and they fought for our space and time, and now it's our time to fight for our space and time. And we lift up our glass, and we salute them, and we say the word, Ashe. From there, family, we move to the present moment. What's popping off in the present moment right now? Right now, we are on the great and fantastic day of Ujima. If you are a Ujima baby, stand up and receive your round of applause. And if you don't know what a Ujima baby is, okay. If you don't know what a Ujima baby is, family, go to freegnjecourse.com, freegnjecourse.com. We talk about it on there, right? The days of the week, we took the days of the week, and now they belong to us. So what do we call them? No, we don't call them what we've been taught to call them. We call them our principles, because this is what we need to see. These are tools that we need to use. And what more powerful tool than to take the days of the week and name them using our principles, so that when we're talking to each other, we can remind each other about how we're supposed to be conducting ourselves, how we're supposed to be doing business, right? So, we lift up our glass and we salute the present moment. Now, in this moment, family, every day I ask that family, open up their reticular formations, right? And focus in and find our principles around us. If we are in quarantine or we're locked down or wherever you are, you can find your principle. The principle today is Ujima. We are going on a search for Ujima, right? So family, if you see Ujima in action, take a picture of it, hashtag it, hashtag Ujima, hashtag Ujima found, hashtag Ujima day, hashtag Ujima baby, hashtag Ujima in action, hashtag Ujima. I don't care, hashtag Ujima something, and you just post it up, right? Because we need to start practicing seeking out our principles, all right? So we raise up our glass to this present moment, to the power that was passed on to us because our ancestors fought for this space and time that we are using. Now it is our time to fight, to maintain it, to expand it, add some resources to it, and pass it to the next generation. So we lift up our glass and we salute this present moment. And in this moment right now, not only are we dealing with Ujima, Ujima, for those that don't speak the language, means collective work and responsibility. The Modic principle of the day is righteousness. Respect is what we teach the young people from the M7. Blue is the color. I know y'all can't see it on Instagram, but y'all see I got on this blue Daily Toaster shirt. Speaking of Daily Toaster shirts, you feel free to go to gnjmedia.live/Daily Toaster. Check, /merch. You can get the merch. And color is blue. The Hermetic law is vibration. Male name is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. All right? So we lift up our glass. We salute this moment. We salute the power in this moment because by us recognizing this power, we can take more control over our lives. Right? We lift up our glass and we say our shape. From there, family, we salute our future generations. Two of my futures are sitting over there working on their computer, doing their work. It look like y'all sleep. Sasha, you sleep? No, sir. All right. We lift up our glass. We salute, got to put them on the schedule. Got to put them on the... We got some new ones. We got Vera and Reese Fisher. So we add them to the list. I'm putting this up under Sister Kim. Vera and Reese Fisher. So we toast them. Lift them up. All right, but right now we on our children. We lifting up our children, our children's children onto infinity. Family, we are responsible for the next 7 generations. So I hope you do. I hope you're using your moments well. Right? We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. For some reason, I can't see Navita on here. If Navita on here shots out, they will not let her messages get through. I don't know what she did, but I'm going to have to figure that out. And also, I lost the There's No Tomorrow piece. I have to go and find that one. So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relation. And we say Ashe. From all of our relation, family, we move to that selfish toast. This is for you. Those of you that's out there grinding. Those of you that's out there doing that work. Those of you that's, you know what I'm saying? Those of us that's out here, right? What is it that you need right now in this moment to move towards the greater you? Right? Take this moment. Only a moment. Come on now. Got to fill up your own cup. Ashe. Last but not least, family, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most spectacular, the most fantastic, incredible, right? Inspiring, motivating, beautiful, brave person, bravest person in the room. I raise my glass up to you. I toast you. And we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, and joy. Now we get down to the talk. Let's get, hey, make sure you like and share. Make sure you like and share, family. Because y'all been showing out. I'm loving it. Y'all showing Brother Tim all types of love. Now, remember, we do have the DigiFest coming up. Let me go and make sure it's popping off. Let's see. This is my alternate page. So you may be, oh, I just saw it, Navita. I just saw it. I just read it on the screen. All right, I'm gonna fix.
We say that we must come to know the difference between mobilization and organization because the enemy will use mobilization to demobilize us. Mobilization is very easy.
So I just want y'all to see the flyers.
Because since we're people who are instinctively ready to respond against acts of
injustice,
it's going down. Anytime there's one little act of injustice, we can blow it up, and we'll find people who come and make some mass demonstration around it.
All right, I just wanted y'all to see the flyer. I'm gonna end with that, not end the show right now, but also Digi TV will be popping off today. I'm gonna do some some G&J media reruns. So they'll be playing all day. Of course, I'm going to be having some of those flyers up and stuff like that throughout the day. As a matter of fact, I think that's what, that might not be, yeah. All right, but anyway, just thinking. I think out loud, excuse me. All right, so let's get to the news. We're going to get to the news real quick. Now, if anybody wants to come on the line, I don't have to open up the black line. What I do have open right now is I do have the G&J Media Talk up. So this means that somebody could actually come into our talk, into the G&J Media Talk, and have a conversation with me. I would love for one of y'all to be the first, right? Because I got a couple minutes before I got to be on my adventure today. But I would love for one of y'all to be the first so that we could test how this Discord works. All right. So I done shared the Discord on. I can't share it necessarily on. I got to figure out how to get it on Instagram. But I done shared it with the family already on Facebook, Instagram, and all that. So y'all come on in and holler at a brother. You know what I'm saying? Now, but anyway, let's go to the news. We're going to go to the news. Where is my news screen? How do you do that? Somebody give her instructions that know. Because we still experiment with it. You got to figure it out like we do. We got to stumble through that, man. But anyway, I sent the link for the Discord. You go into our Discord and you look at the menu. You go down the menu, right? Until you see G&J Media Talk. When you get the G&J Media Talk, you are in the right place. And then all you got to do is turn on your phone or push the button and allow yourself to speak, and you'll be there. Navita, why don't you demonstrate for her if you could do it? Or Kwame, why don't you demonstrate? Let's see if it works. All right, so let's go and let's see what's going on in the news. Of course, y'all know we got DigiFest coming up on June 20th. That's, for us, that's Kaumba. It'll be, why you go outside with that? Oh, okay. All right. We got DigiFest popping up on June 20th. It'll be from 12 to 6 p.m. This is the schedule, so let me go and push it so that y'all can see it. Let's click to expand. We're going to expand. Expand it. Yep, there we go. Boom. There you go right there. Y'all can read it for yourself. It's on the top of our page, and also, hopefully, it'll get out to about 5,000 people over the next couple of hours. All right? So go on, take that and share it if you would, so that we can, because some people is going to, they're going to be at home. They'll be like, so you come and you check us out, because we're going to have a real good time with the DigiFest. I'm just letting y'all know. Real good time. All right, let's see. Oh, get ready, Ohio. Now, so in small towns throughout Ohio, small towns throughout Ohio, we have, now, I went through the dispatch and I didn't see this. This was in the Washington Post. A tiny Ohio town Black Lives Matter event was overrun by armed counter-protesters. I'm just saying, Ohio, we need to get ready, because we know how some of these crackers could be. You know what I'm saying? We know how some of these West Asians could be. So let's be very clear. We need to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm just saying, I'm not going to read the article, but I posted it up there. If you got any comments, post some comments. We can have some conversation about it. I'm quite sure, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Now, I wanted to kind of look at this. The next article is the Seattle protest zone is police free, so volunteers are stepping up to provide security. I want to kind of look at this because we got people talking about defunding the police, right? Defunding the police. And I know a lot of people get kind of antsy about that, especially those of us that were old enough to have grown up during the late 80s, early 90s, right? But we need to understand what they're saying about defunding the police and start looking at other ways in which we can kind of control our communities. You know what I'm saying? Because all it is about is defunding the police. Not that there will be no police, but defunding. Maybe even breaking it down, firing a lot of people and rehiring. You know what I'm saying? Possibly focusing more money on better training for them. And also, taking some of the responsibilities that society has dropped on them that they have no business doing. We don't need a motherfucker with a gun dealing with homeless people. We don't need, because police officers, in Columbus, a third of our budget goes to the police. Now that money could be spread out over to other services that will actually be able to help the community. Now, also, some of this stuff could be turned over to community policing. What does that look like? All right, let's go and look. This Seattle protest zone is police free, so volunteers are stepping up to provide security. They are breaking up fights, stopping vandalism, and trying to get residents help. Now, this is the protest that Donald Trump is the most upset about. What's up, Duvall? This is the protest that Donald Trump that they don't want you to see. They don't want you to see how this shit could work, because the whole piece is to keep us focused in on the fact that our lives is going to fall apart if they take away the police. Can I call from here? Navita? Oh, hold on. You in? Hold on. Where you at? All right, Navita, you are in the Discord. Go to the menu and go down to G&J. CeeLo, you in here too. Why you got your mic muted? I'm new to Discord. What's up? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. What's up, CeeLo? I see you up in here. All right. Cool. All right, so I'm having a conversation with CeeLo right now. And I see also Abstract Rebel is in there, but Navita in the wrong place. Can I call from here? No, that's post comments. Go to the side and go down to the voice channel and click the voice channel and we'll talk. So shouts out to Harmony as well. But anyway, they don't want you to see this protest. Okay? They don't want, because because if something like this could work, they don't need you to understand it, because police are basically the strong arm of this whole system. So if people start figuring out that they no longer need the police, that they can actually control themselves, and that part of the issue is that a lot of motherfuckers do crime because of poverty, because a lot of crimes are poverty driven, as well as they are not vested members of the society. And what I mean by vested is that it's so, like, for example, years ago, not only did I ask the question about, is medicine costing too goddamn much, because medicine is one of the things that breaks us. When one of our elders gets sick or one of us gets sick, we got to pay so much goddamn money at the hospital. It's ridiculous. You almost got to take a mortgage out on your goddamn life, right? But then I started looking at the houses. Do y'all know houses and education? All of these, for me, I'm looking at all these things, And all these things destroy American dreams. So, of course, a motherfucker going to have to revert to crime if I can't get the basics. Housing, I asked the question years ago, are people charging too much motherfucking money for these houses? Right? These motherfuckers got a little bit of brick and a lot of plywood. And they charging $235,000 for some of these pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? And be wanting to, oh, you done made a come up. Knowing that these houses will not last as long as some of y'all grandparents' houses. I'm just saying. Grandma's house still standing. My grandmother's house, the foundation has shifted. The whole house is crooked, but that motherfucker's still standing. Let that shit happen to one of these plywood houses. I'm living in a fucking plywood and plastered piece of shit, and they charging me all this goddamn money. I'm just being honest. So we got individuals who have to depend on an outside party because basically in our communities, we have to look at the police. The police are an occupying force. This is why they had the attitudes that they have when they dealing with a lot of our young people. Now, they might not do it with you because you know how to talk, but they're dealing with our children, our young people, as if they are occupying force. I was sent over here to maintain order, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. No relationship because we get mad at teachers because I'm going to get on education. And we get mad at teachers because they have no relationship, but yet we send police officers who have absolutely no relationship within that community or with anybody in that community and expect them to be able to maintain order. The only way you can do that is by murdering a motherfucker. The only way you can do that is by setting an example and beating a motherfucker down. It's like being in prison. We sending them over here. So the question is, how do we change the concept of policing? Now, one of the reasons I'm getting back to this, I'm on an article in the Washington Post. And yes, GNG Media has a subscription. It's by Gregory Scruggs, and what he says, the Seattle protest zone is police free. So volunteers are stepping up to provide security. So what we have is we have a group of people who have come together who have decided that they're going to take care of themselves. This is our thing. That's what we talk about in Gye-Nyame. This is our thing. When something is yours, you protect it. What happens when something becomes ours? We protect it. We protect it. This is a fact. This is a fact of life. People protect their shit. Right? So you ain't really got to worry about rampant crime if you get some of these inflated prices for some of this bullshit property we got out here, and you make it possible for people that actually work common jobs to be able to go out and purchase some of this property. You make it affordable so people can live there. And in living there and owning something there, they're going to want to take care of it. And in wanting to take care of it, they know that if somebody come and tear up your shit, the value of their shit is going to drop. And we are able to develop real neighbors. You know why? Because I have a long-term vested interest in the community. If I'm renting, I don't have a long-term vested interest in this piece of shit that I'm living in right now. And let me tell you about this piece of shit that I'm living in now. Even with COVID-19, I probably told y'all this before, but I'm mad at the motherfucker. Listen. So we got this COVID-19 piece. We got people on restrictions. We got people getting sick all over this city. Now, my lease ended right when COVID-19 was at its peak. They just had closed down everything. I went down to the rental office and I said, look, I don't think it'd be safe for me to move right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think it would be good for me to move right now, moving from a place that I don't know into a whole nother place. You know what I'm saying? We got this pandemic. I would like to stay for a little while longer. Well, we're going to have to, I said, listen, let's look into August and blah, blah, blah. So, okay, we're going to work it out. We're going to try to keep your rent. We're going to try to keep your rent at the same level it is right now. So, less than 15 days later, I get a rent bill for over $100 more. Then the next month, I get a rent bill for over $200, possibly $300 more. I'm like, cool. That's cool. I'm going to get my shit up. I'm going to move up out this motherfucker, and I might even make a goddamn commercial telling motherfuckers about this trifling ass place that I'm living in right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of shit we need to be able to do. And by the way, if any of the family that's out there right now, if you have a business and you have pictures and stuff and you can put together yourself a little montage or whatever, and you want to play it on Gye-Nyame Journey, because I do shows during the daytime too, I can play your commercial. I have no problem with that. Go and holler at your brother. All right. So, but they prefer to occupy, because a lot of people's wealth, and we got to understand, not only is a lot of the wealthy make money off of taking advantage of those who are not wealthy, especially the poor. And as history has shown us, a lot of the let me put it this way, a lot of the wealth that's in America has been built up on the suffering of black people. We don't accept that. So what happens when a person suffers? Have you ever been sick and suffering, but somebody's trying to have a conversation with you and you got to kind of be rude with them? When you're suffering, you do things out of character when you're suffering. So we have a whole group of individuals packed up in a place suffering economically, suffering thinking about where the next meal going to come from, suffering, wondering how they going to pay this rent, suffering, how am I going to keep the goddamn lights on, suffering, how am I going to keep the heat on, suffering, how am I going to pay this water bill. We got it popping off, right? So then you got all this suffering. So what happens when you are up close with motherfuckers? You bumping into motherfuckers all the time. Your kids come up, see you suffering. They start to suffer. What start to happen, right? Some of the shit that was going on with us. You know, so all right, now let's keep it moving. Sister Bia said we got the G&J second annual Juneteenth barbecue, June 27th. Save the date. Start time pending. We're gonna be practicing social distancing and shit. You know. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Seattle. Antonio Ochoa has no former security trainer, but around 3 a.m. on recent Saturday, they were called to help defuse the situation unfolding on a street corner. A man had been yelling and had been punctuating his anger. Yeah, I think I said that right. Punctuating his anger by knocking over a metal trash can. Ochoa, who is white and uses they, them pronouns, did not engage the man, who is black, directly. Instead, they began picking up trash while giving the man space. He quickly turned apologetic and offered to help clean up. For the past several days, Ochoa, 28, has been serving as an unarmed volunteer sentinel or guard in the protest zone. Ochoa, self-described leftist libertarian, recently furloughed from Seattle International Film Festival, and other volunteers have been serving 4-hour shifts to help keep the peace. The zone was formed last week amid the Black Lives Matter protests. Activists had gathered at a neighborhood police precinct to call for accountability and an end to police violence. In response, on June 8, police officers left that area. A spontaneous protest encampment has since sprung up outside the building, run by volunteer activists. Core to the zone is a vision of self-governed community with no formal policing. Instead, volunteers, many of them avowed police abolitionists, have begun to organize their own safety force. Among other incidents, these volunteers have confronted a man throwing apples and threatening punches a car driving toward a large crowd of pedestrians, and a vehicle circling the block repeatedly and taking photos. Volunteers say they have engaged with armed visitors from outside the city who came to the zone convinced that Seattle needed saving from left-wing agitators. See, and that's what I was talking about with that article up above. Ohio, get ready, because we got a lot of those folks with those guns that But hey, like I told them, a lot of people that they need to be worrying about, they ain't dealt with yet. Show the Discord link again. Hold on. Let me get that up. Oh man, that's a nice flyer with Sister Earth. Wow. Hold on. Let me get it. Y'all see the Discord here? Let me go and get that link for Discord. Oh, there you go. Invite people. Better yet, let me do this. Oh, hold on. Let me invite. Yeah, CeeLo, invite you in there. Copy. All right, Instagram, I'm up. You catch us up. I ain't heard OJ in a long time. What's up, bruh? Catch us on gnjmedia.live, gnjmedia.live, so we can continue the conversation. Let me go and say this link and post it up in the chat. There you go. See if you get in now. I don't hear you though, CeeLo. You in there? You still in there? You've been invited to join voice channel, G&J Media. Huh. Am I invited? Uh-oh. She got hopped into the server. All right. We got Sister Antoinette. So, let me turn on maybe my voice is not on. Is my thing on noise suppression, power, crisp? Hell, let's just do this. All right, cool. So now y'all should be able to hear me. I'm also streaming in our thing, so you should be able to find it. Hopefully, streaming in two places at once. We cold here, Gye-Nyame Journey. We got it locked down. All right, so now I'm not gonna finish reading this article, but the piece that I'm saying is that people can do some things on their own, like. But what we have to be aware of is what's going to happen. She says it's invalid. How many times you use it? All right. I just seen you in the chat. Hold on. Let me send you another one. Abstract Rebel is up. You up? What's going on? Can't hear nothing. Check one. Uh-oh. I can hear you now. You up? Nvidia, you on?
I'm on. Can you see or you can hear?
I can hear you. I wanna go and check and make sure the family can hear. Go ahead and say something.
What's up, my people? Don't forget DigiFest, June 20th. Sister Earth Ojallo, Sister Christine. Gonna be in the building. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they hear you. It works.
Okay. Did you see my flyers I posted in there? Can you see those?
Yeah, I see the flyers. They see the flyers. Unless you got, you talking about the one with Earth?
Earth and Christine.
Right. I got Christine. Christine got her own thing on got her own commercial. So I'm gonna do something for Earth when I get some time today. Antoinette.
Well, I need Christine's commercial too, but I'm on my other page. That's why you can see my comments on the Gye-Nyame page today, because I'm on my spare page because I'm in Facebook jail on my main page.
Again?
Yeah, 30-day ban.
Damn. So you know what's after that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just letting you know. You know what's after that. But anyway, all right. So I just wanted to share that article with you. Y'all go check it out. But it is possible for us to be able to control our. Now, we don't. need outside people to really do it. All we need is some of that tax money that we sending up to these motherfuckers for a majority of the shit that goes on in our community. We can handle it.
We can handle it.
We can handle it. You know, but Brother Hatim, what about the shooting? Nick, let me put it this way. Motherfuckers are less likely to shoot if they got something to lose.
But even then,
go ahead.
We still can handle. But what do they do exactly? I mean, what is our tax dollars going towards the police force for them to do within our communities exactly? Besides mass incarceration, what else do they do for us?
Well, I mean, that's a lot of it. They come through. They supposedly maintain control. They supposedly keep the crime down. Their presence stops opportunistic
statistics
crimes.
Have proven. They did a study. Several studies have been done, and the stats showed that more police presence does not minimize crime. So what do they do?
I'm just telling you what you asking me. I don't know what they do.
They say, though. I'm just saying I wanted to put that out there because I had that conversation with someone the other day. So I went to look up the stats because they said, like, well, what are we going to do about crime, without the police and, the police presence deters crime. And I went and looked up some studies that were done and these are studies done by their own people about them. And it was proven that police presence does not deter crime.
Hold on. Sister Antoinette is asking, how does she unmute? All right.
On the left of the screen at the bottom, the microphone there. By your name.
Somebody, CeeLo is up too. Y'all going to unmute. Come on now. Can I push it?
Left bottom, by your face and name, be a microphone, a headphone, and a settings choice.
I'm new to this.
That's what mine does anyway. Does yours have something different?
I'm on a computer right now, so I don't remember.
I'm on the laptop too, so.
Oh, that might be it too. Not working. How do I unmute? I don't know.
Let me look on my. Hey, hold on. I don't think I could figure it out on my phone, honestly, but.
All right, but anyway, let's keep it moving. Back to the news. So it's possible. And I mean, if we got people in our community that actually live in the community, right? That's that we train our people. We train our people.
Right.
We train our people. That we have more than enough young people and some older people that could set up units where we would be able to actually police ourselves in a just fashion with less death. All right, now I just want to throw this out. Opinion: rich kids are eating up financial aid pot for all of us, for all of those of us that we kind of depend on financial aid for some of our children far as college. Rich kids are eating up the financial aid pot. So you know what that means for you, right? we're going to keep it moving. Franklin County program aims to head off problems for black youth. This is a Franklin County program. I'm not going to go into that. I need to get to my adventure. I ain't going to hold you up too much longer. Oh, here we go. Ted Cruz. You know what I'm saying? A Spanish white guy, I guess. No systematic racism in police society, say Texas Senator Cruz. This motherfuckers. Hold on. Let me go into here, because since you in here, Navita, can you see the screen in here? Navita. Let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. Select something to stream. Let's stream that. Wow. 46 Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I hope it don't crash. It's gonna crash. All right. Wow. Shit it. Oh, it's going crazy. I see it in the back going crazy. Look at that. Wow. All right, go back here. Yeah. OBS studio disconnected. Uh-oh. It's going crazy. I just dropped. We gonna get up right there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Didn't mean to do it. Stop streaming. Shit. Oh my God. It was done. Lord have mercy. My computer went haywire. Are we still streaming? We still up? Did I break anything?
We're still up.
Yeah, we're still up on here. We still up on here.
Oh, you want me to check Facebook and see if you're still up? It says you're live, so.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be live because on this end, it's still going. Well, on the other end, it's still going. So what I need to do is I need to exit out of.
Oh, you just got. Yeah, I don't see you on Facebook right now. I just see the logo and stuff. Yeah.
Right. So, but what's good is the logo goes up, and I never get dropped. So it'll play. It'll stay up there till I turn it off. And
y'all hear?
Yeah. Who was that? How you do that, CeeLo?
Christine.
What's going on? How did you do it? Oh, you got to tap and push.
I heard Christine for a second.
I heard you. Remember that push that you were stuck on for a while?
Yeah, I think I have to.
I took that off.
Now, right?
Yes, we can.
Oh shoot! Hey, go say something else. I think the crowd can hear you too. Say something.
All right, y'all. What's up?
Oh shit!
Is Christine in the building?
Oh,
Ready for Christine?
Man, I'm telling you, man, this thing is this Discord ain't that bad. So you can receive text on this and the calls.
Already ready to go. My greens, I got my mushrooms, I got my ginger, I got my garlic. Just got to get a few other items. I got my Brags, vinegar or amino acids.
Ain't nothing like you can put Brags on bricks. And
Brags on bricks.
Brags is the shit. Brags make everything taste good, you know.
Oh, Brags on bricks recipe. We'll do that one next
time. Bake bricks with Brags.
Gross.
Scott,
what we need.
What was that? What we need? I mean, if you want to do it,
what I need. I need Cleve to make that one recipe that he made.
Are you talking about the
with the noodles in it?
Oh, ramen noodles. Yeah. I took him to a ramen noodle shop, and we paid like $15 for a bowl. He was like, "Man, I could do that." And
he needs to be giving out. He need to do that recipe. I would make that. That looks so bomb.
It's just literally ramen noodles. He just added. But anyway, I'll get him to do it.
Yeah, no, I need to know what that broth was or that sauce was around that. That wasn't just the ramen noodle pack.
You're right. He threw some other stuff in there, but that was my little addition. But of course, I got to take some credit. But anyway,
there you go. Got to take the credit.
Who you gonna send to my house to help with the taping?
Oh, I got to send somebody.
So I can pick his brain.
Oh, that's possible. Because
Navita was telling me we need more than one person.
Well,
I need to figure out how to even set my phone up. So
all right,
we need to.
Do you have a stand or something, or a tripod or something that you can use?
Because maybe a little one.
Because all we need, because we need one camera to catch everything. And then we can have other cameras with people zooming in and out. Because Navita said she was coming up there. She want to stop by and get clean because I ain't going to be able to leave at all that day. I'm going to be pressed to go to the bathroom. But,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but what I need to do is I'm going to send you the link so that we can make sure that it works. But also, I want you to think about this because, like Navita, we're talking about putting more shows on. So y'all need to, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we could do this now.
We should definitely talk about this one. Maybe we should do a conference call on it.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Cause
All right.
yeah, I want this to be popping. Cause this that I was excited. That sounds like a fun idea.
So, but I
You know,
mean,
secretly, I've always wanted to have a cooking show, right?
no, well, you don't have to secretly no more because we can afford it. We could do it from a lot of angles. You know what I'm saying? We can have a camera above you. We can have cameras beside zooming in. We can have one main camera catching everything. You know what I'm saying? And build up the audience. I mean, because we got our own diet. I mean, you know, but you know what I'm saying. We got basically our own.
Yeah.
We got our own because part of our piece is the 4 pillars of health: breathing, water, culturally appropriate diet, and movement.
Right.
Yeah, that culturally appropriate health and wellness.
Right.
That's my thing.
Culturally appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we got our own genre. What the hell? You know, we could really, really build off of that. But back to the news. Ted Cruz, the Spanish white man, or whatever he is, says no systematic racism in police society, says Texas Senator Cruz. And corny.
Wow.
This is the foolishness that's in these places of quote unquote power. Right? And like I said, family, you know what I'm saying? We don't, my issue is what he do in Texas, what they do in Texas is what they do in Texas until we get Gye-Nyame in Texas. Right now, we need to focus on taking over Ohio because this shit is getting ridiculous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then we'll be able to help, you know, put on our mask as the plane is going down so that we can breathe, and then we can reach over and try to help Texas put on their mask. Because there's a lot of brothers and sisters down there, and there ain't no reason for some fool like this to be sitting up there with all this shit going on talking about there's no systematic racism in police or society. Shit don't exist. It's just, I'm Spanish. I'm of Latino descent or some shit. They come up with so much corny bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And
Rocks, kick rocks.
exactly.
Kick rocks.
That's exactly what they needed to be doing. Kicking some goddamn rocks because it's foolishness. Foolishness. You know that this is out of Dispatch. Y'all can read it on Gye-Nyame. Here's one. Members of Congress took small business loan, and the full extent is unknown. So, for those that don't know what this is about, remember during the crisis, there was a portion of the money that went out to small business, and they ran out of money within a couple of days. What I'm saying is that members of Congress took some of those small business loans. This is Congress, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They feed the trough.
That's welfare. That's socialism. What are they doing?
Oh, yeah, of course. They practice socialism. You know what I'm saying? But they make everybody else supposedly practice capitalism. Them and big businesses, they're very socialist. Anytime the government invests in, if you look at a lot of the money that went out, a majority of that money that went out for last stimulus, majority of that didn't come to the people. That went to businesses. And what bothers me, and I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the world, but hold on. Sasha and Gina.
Guess what? They are not going to pay it back.
They don't have to. That's what's crazy about it.
The way that they wrote that, they don't have to pay it back. The loan is going to be totally forgiven.
Totally forgiven. Now, if you really want to stimulate the economy, why not put the money in people's pockets? Because they're going to spend it. That's what we do.
But they do that every time. Same thing when they bailed out the mortgages.
Right.
Why didn't they give the people the money and let the people pay off their loans and keep their houses? See, the banks got the money. They didn't pay off the loans. They repoed all the houses and resold them again.
Right.
So it's crazy. And Obama did that. Obama should have sent each person however much they owed on their mortgages and let them pay their loans off in full instead of giving all that money to them banks.
Or let the people decide on what they're going to do. Because think about this stimulus.
Well, no, they owed the money. They owed the money. They signed mortgage loans, but they gave billions to the banks.
Right.
No, let the people pay off the loans. If this was supposed to correct the mortgage crisis, those mortgage loans should have been paid in full. If they were going to give those banks the money should have been given to them explicitly to pay off those loans and let those people stay in those houses. The number of Black people that lost their homes during the mortgage crisis, you know, and that's a foundation of wealth building, generational wealth building for your family. It's real estate, that family homestead. All of those were lost.
Now I'm just saying, I don't want you to give me money and tell me what I got to spend it on, but I hear you. Because you could have made that choice to pay it. Either way, the bank ended up with, they gave the bank all this goddamn money. And I mean, it's just, they play games with us. They throw us out pennies.
But the banks got the money and the houses too. Now,
right.
How is that right?
Now, see, and if you think that was something, you really need to look at these stimulus bills that they writing right now. Because they would actually be able to give most families, you know, families that make under a certain amount of money, $30,000. A piece for what they give away. They give to these businesses and stuff. It's all bullshit. It's all corporate welfare. It's all cronyism. They're making sure that, you know, and, you know, they act like they fighting for us. Yeah, I really understand this and we need to remember this, not only when we go into the polls, but also when we prosecuting. Because we got members of Congress who are doing $178,000. They make $100. Some of them make $100, damn near $200,000 a year. And they're going to take loans that people out here, that you got people all around you that are struggling. And then on top of that, sit on a bill that can help people for months. So they give you $1,200. Why $1,200? Because they didn't want to, how can I put it? If you look at it like minimum wage for a month, that's all deserved. But yet they'll give these companies billions of dollars. This is how your senators and your congressmen and the politicians we put in office look at your ass. Useless. You're not worth more than, what is it? Minimum wage. You deserve minimum wage because we don't want you to get lazy. But yet these companies is paying, not only getting all these benefits, but still turning around having the nerve. See, because this is the issue. If we was really practicing capitalism, even all the way back in 2008, a lot of those companies would have been allowed to crash because capitalism says that only the strong is supposed to survive. You're not supposed to interfere with the market. This is what they always tell us. This is what they always do. They you know what I'm saying, play these games and interfere with the market. Too big to fail. No such thing in a capitalistic system. Or at least it's not supposed to be a such thing. There's no too big to fail. Let the motherfuckers fail so that other smaller businesses can rise up and move into their space. They probably could do it more effectively and more efficiently. That's what it's all about. But no, they don't do that. Give companies money and then look at you like, even on lockdown, you're supposed to be able to pay your bills or raise your mortgage or raise your rent like they doing me. Why the price of electricity is going up and the price of gas, well, not the gas out there, but the gas that's coming through this motherfucker is going up. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But anyway, trying to be monsters. That's what it is. It turns out your favorite movie is racist. What now? CNN.com. Because right now what happened is that HBO, I think it's HBO, has pulled Gone with the Wind off of the movie shelf. And the question is, well, what do we do with these movies? And I honestly think that the movies need to still be out there. But what I think...
I agree with you. I think they need to be out there, and we need to watch them, study them, dissect them. And
there you go. There you go. And discuss.
Because they are telling us something very clear.
Because I think, too, and what's going to end up happening, this is where I'm torn. I ain't never seen the movie in my life. I've seen clips of the movie, but I've never actually seen it. But, you know,
But you know what, Navita? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
No. Sure. But I struggle with the fact, like, when some of the things that they're doing away with, I see why they want to.
Oh, yeah.
We want to do positive images for our people. I see why. But in the same token, I think that it's a way of erasing their ugly past.
Right. Which is what they try to do. And we shouldn't allow them to do that. We should be able to have these movies and let some of their racist or children or whatever see it, as well as be able to have access to these movies so that not only can we watch them and do like what Sister CeeLo said, but also have discussions about them. Because the next piece that we're going to have to really wrestle with here in Columbus as well as around the country is the structure of the curriculum that our children go through. Not just our children, but all children. Because we need to make, in order to really make this change stick, or the changes that's coming through stick, we have to make sure that we integrate them into the curriculum. Into the curriculum, especially the curriculum that we're paying for. We pay for these kids to be brainwashed every day from 8 to 2 or 8 to 3. So we need to make sure that we have our hand in some of that brainwashing. I hate to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? But some of this stuff need to be in there so that we can have discussions about how this is how not only they saw us, but this is how y'all saw us. Or this is how y'all framed the picture for us. Now let's talk about how, for example, in Gone with the Wind, why was this black woman in a situation to be like this? Or with some of these other movies that they might be trying to ban, because they love to try to hide the history. They love to try to hide it. They want to make it disappear so that they can feel good, because it's always about them feeling good. We don't want to bring that up. And we have to stop putting ourselves in a position where we feel it's our responsibility to make these motherfuckers feel comfortable. No, it's not. That's why we in this. That's why they could sit with their knee in a motherfucker's neck for so long, because we have found ways to make them feel comfortable, and we need to stop these motherfuckers. They need to get a scratch in their throat, a funny feeling in their stomach when we come into the goddamn. But I can't hide that shit. I agree with you. I agree with both of y'all. They trying to hide this shit. Fuck that. Put that out. Last night we did the show. 8 shares, 29 views. Family, thank you very much. Y'all be showing out for a brother. All right, let's, damn, it was on twice or something? What's going on? All right, but anyway, that's all the news I got for this morning right now. I got to get to my venture. I got to go out and tell some young people, so I got to get my mask and all my stuff together so I can get out here and be as possible.
Let me just make more announcement.
Go ahead. Oh, I got one more too.
G&J second annual Juneteenth barbecue will be taking place on June the 27th. So, I'll get the time together for everyone and the details, but it will be at my place, and I have moved. It's a little smaller, but I think it's still going to accommodate the crowd that we had last year at least. So, I hope to see y'all there. If you want to bring something, whatever, get in contact me via Facebook or my phone number. Call me, whatever.
Of course, you're going to throw this when I'm doing my fast and shit, but that's cool. I ain't mad at you.
You might want to wait till the day after.
Actually, but if I keep it, I ain't going to do it. Gotta go knock it off. I'm going to knock it out. I'm still going to have a good time, but regardless.
You drink?
Yeah, I'm doing, because it's yeah, I can drink, but it ain't about me.
Navita, what time? When you want me to call you, Navita?
You can call me because I'm about to get ready to leave, dress and leave for today. So call me tomorrow. I'll be back home tomorrow. Give me a ring tomorrow. Earlier the better, because I'm an early bird, huh?
Early in the morning. Okay.
Ooh, Navita going out of town, girl. What?
I ain't going out of no town.
You want to call me
Not gonna
tomorrow?
be
What the hell you
home.
doing, nigga? We know you ain't got no goddamn job. Where the fuck you going? That somebody can't call you till tomorrow. What's going on here?
Your house, nigga.
Don't you worry about it.
God.
Don't you worry about it.
You gonna throw them
Right.
and throwing rumors
You need to
out.
mind your business. You need to mind and tend.
What?
Mind and tend, y'all.
And Navita be making, she make flyers and shit for Gye-Nyame, so she is my business. How about that? So I gotta keep her with that. But anyway, I got one more announcement. I got one more news article. is a guy by the name of Scott Galloway, Professor Scott Galloway, a white dude. But his videos, I mean, I've always liked his videos. Bailout or Cronyism, where he talks about on his show No Mercy, No Malice, about these bailouts. You know what I'm saying? Where he really breaks the shit down, because I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, boom, I don't have the academic language, or, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, but some of this shit just don't make sense to me. If you want to save the country and you want to save the economy, why not put money in the people's pockets and let them decide winners and losers, rather than putting money into, I mean, have y'all seen how much money they use to bail out the banks? Have you seen that? Do y'all know how much money you know how much money they told the banks they could have?
How much?
Unlimited. Yes. They have basically told the banks that they will give the unlimited money, as well as, and part of that is buying a bunch of junk bonds that these motherfuckers done invested in, or other rich people invested in that ain't worth shit. The United States government is taking that shit on and buying it right now as we speak. And they're going to send you a punk ass $1,200 check. That's how they do us. They don't send us a punk $1,200 check, but these fuckers go out here and make, I mean, think about, so both of y'all work with numbers. Both of y'all work with money. Think about investment where you don't lose. If it's good, you win and you get to keep the money. If it's bad, you win and you get money. I mean, would you ever stop?
I need to correct you a little bit.
Go ahead, please
I actually don't deal with anything to do with numbers or money at the bank. I am a human capital manager, meaning HR, human resources, the management of
you an overseer
of any organization. HR, the human capital.
You an overseer.
I'm an underling of the overseers. I'm the compliance person that says, hey, if you are going to do this to people, this is how you have to do it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you know, all right, cool. All right, so I stand corrected. But I'm just saying, with the investment strategy I give you, if you win, you win. If you lose, you win. Would you ever not invest?
No, absolutely not.
I'm going to be in it. I'm all in.
See, we don't get no deals like that, you know, because our lives go like this. If we win, we might come out okay. And if we lose big. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers get the, you know, if I win, I win. Good for me. And I don't have to pay taxes in some form or fashion. And if I lose, guess what? The government bails me out. Because we too big to fail. This is the bullshit that they've been running for a long time, and we have to go and train ourselves and train our young people to get up in there and stop this bullshit. This is some bullshit. Nigga, you lose.
Yeah.
You lose. You get to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? You get to be homeless like Bobo. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? We coming to get your shit. No, the United States is buying, you can look it up right now, junk bonds. The United States is buying junk bonds from these banks and these hedge funds that can't make money. They buying that shit. They're bailing out their boys. They're bailing out their friends at our expense. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I gotta get to my video before I don't have one no more. From the Lone Ranger. What you talking about, Navita?
That's just another example of that's Stephen Fetchit. If you ever didn't know who that was.
Oh, the Lone Ranger?
And that came from the movie The Lone Ranger, so they're gonna be banning that next.
You think no? But you know I got a lot of those old movies I got. Like the Lone Ranger, I got the very beginning of the Lone Ranger where him and Tonto hooked up. Shit is hilarious. Sad.
You know, they got so much of these images within so many of their movies. They would have to remove damn near everything they got.
Oh,
if you go back to those old black and white movies, James Cagney movies,
all of them,
all of that stuff.
And a lot of that shit is in the public domain, so you can get it for free and download it just so you can have for conversation. So, but anyway, and we could do some of that Gye-Nyame too. I mean, hell, we can make a show out of that shit. We just got to make sure
Right.
the public domain piece. But actually, we could watch almost any movie, and just long as we list it as a reaction, our reaction to this. So we don't let the whole movie play. We can stop it, have some discussion, put the movie back on. There's ways in which you could do it. We just got to figure that out. Then also we do cook shows and all that shit. So y'all need to get ready. I don't know what type of show y'all want, but we got the capabilities of doing it. So, but hey, I gotta go. Y'all have a great day. I'm gonna play the commercial for me. Let's start with Christine's commercial. It's not totally clear.
We say that we must come to know the difference between mobilization and organization because the enemy will use mobilization to demobilize us.
I haven't seen her commercial
Mobilization
yet,
is very easy. Very
Go to G&J Media.
Because since we're people who are instinctively ready to respond against acts of injustice, anytime there's one little act of injustice, we can blow it up and we'll find people who come and make some mass demonstration around.
Go to G&J Media or go to our Facebook page. I'm officially because I want to see how it is now.
So-and-so got kicked out of school because the teachers unjust. The unjust people come and rally. They will come to rally at issues. And this is what mobilization does. It mobilizes people around issues. Those of us who are revolutionary are not concerned with issues. We're concerned with the system. The difference must be properly understood. The difference must be properly understood. Mobilization usually leads to reform action, not to revolutionary action. If we would look scientifically at the October 16 million and more march, we would see clearly that this was a mobilized event, not an organized event. We must know clearly the difference between mobilization and organization. One of the characteristics of mobilization is that it is temporary. Organization is permanent and eternal. Clear differences must be made because the unconscious can usually be captured easily around one-issue items, around mobilization items, but it's hard to catch them around organization. But these unconscious must be brought to organization. We must transform mobilization to organization. We say the enemy will come and use mobilization to demobilize us. Many brothers and sisters who've been to the million and more march will say to you, I was there.
You know, walked off. And
but what are you doing today, my sister? I was there. There weren't too many sisters out there with a million brothers together. You know where I had to be. I was there.
Now, I got it small right now.
And then, of course, you find brothers.
Hold on.
I was there.
I ain't gonna be the streaming side.
What are you doing today, brother?
It's gonna crash. But
if we're not careful, we allow.
If you go to G&J Media, you can see I got it small where I can expand it across the screen.
A continual, eternal process.
I'm a little bit small, look better.
We say it's our job to use mobilization to drive us to organization. You know our theme is organization. We want power. We don't want money. We don't want fame. We don't want fortune. We don't want popularity. We
I don't know what it looked like full screen. I don't know if that would compromise the integrity of the print.
Yeah, hold on. I'll show you. Hold on. I'm gonna show you right now. Are you still watching?
I'm still there. I paused it, but hold on. A flyer.
So I stressed it. Check it out. I'm putting the music back on.
Therefore, our drive towards power is clear.
Okay, I don't see
we want power, and we can only have power through the organized masses. Of course, capitalism, a system which in deforming our thinking always seeks to make it appear as if the organized masses is some unattainable goal. Even the other day, when speaking to a sister who's been involved in activities over a period of years, she said, Kwame Ture.
You see it? The writing is not clear.
Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, it looks better when it's
smaller. Okay. So I'm gonna keep it small. I'm about to make it small. We know we live, family. Don't worry about it. We know we live. So this is what we do at Gye-Nyame Journey. It's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Ain't no fake. All right. Now let me show you the expanded one.
Her disbelief comes from the fact that capitalism tells us that, well, you can be scientific about everything except human nature. That people are so different, they have such different tastes, such different tra-la-la-la, that you can't bring them together under the same roof. This is a lie. We will never tire of saying it. Capitalism does not lie some of the time. It lies all of the time.
Yeah,
when it
good.
tells the truth, it's a result of a double lie. It's a logical fact. It's a logical fact. So capitalism has this belief that you can't organize all the people around the same thing.
I don't know what happened. They cut your live feed off.
You can organize all the people
Where
around
they
one
couldn't
thing.
see you
Truth.
anymore, couldn't hear you anymore, but that's because there was no.
They can hear us. I ain't turned off. I'm turning off the other screen real
Now, what
quick.
capitalism will try to make it appear as if
they
the
can
truth
still hear
is
us,
not
but
one
they
truth,
can
but
see
anybody
us.
can have the truth.
They can't see us.
This is
They hear us.
stupidity.
Okay.
Nobody
I just turned it off. They can hear us
inside
now.
of them. If they were, they wouldn't need to live.
Okay, that's all. I was just wondering. Well, next time, I don't know if it's posted, but if you could put, I tried to do it, but it didn't work right. I was trying to put a link up via Discord. I don't think I did it right. I don't think it led you directly to the conversation. It just gave you Discord's website. So
Right. In there, I'm gonna have to do a video on that too. I just did a video on how to get on GNJmedia.live. I'm doing a video on how to use the Gumroad. Because we're gonna have to basically show people. Sit up, Sasha. Sit your ass up and do your work. Cleveland, I don't need your help. Anyway, yeah. So, I'm about to go and get ready for my other show and get out here because I'm gonna have to hit these streets today. So, but you be safe wherever you going since you going out of town.
I ain't going out of town.
Nigga, that's what you said. You said you ain't gonna be able to.
Still on that. He's still
I'm
on
still
that.
on it. I'm still
I
on
know.
it.
I said I ain't gonna be home. There's a difference.
Ignore him. He just trying to get you to divulge information, Navita.
I know
'Cause
that I ain't got
She
to
gonna end up calling me
divulge,
any
so
goddamn way
now.
complain about something. She gonna be, yeah. You gonna be calling me complaining.
Probably.
So, anyway.
Need some information anyway to get some cameras and stuff for try to get them in time for the thing.
What type of
Christine
cameras?
stuff.
All we need is phones, baby.
I need to buy something for Christine. Should I get tripod? What?
Now, if you could get a tripod,
Microphone?
well, actually, I got a tripod over here I'm not using. And I can give you my little piece to put the phone in it. I mean, if you're going to bring Cleve over, because CeeLo want to know how you do your ramen noodles, Cleve. And he can run that camera over there. You know. I mean, we could work that out. But
Right.
Okay.
And then y'all be in the house, so y'all get to eat the food. See?
and y'all and she cooking, she doing a cooking show. And then also y'all need to go and talk about future endeavors, because it don't have to be just, and this is what I'm trying to get people to understand. It's not about the content on the day of the content for us. It's about the content after the day. Because after that day, we own all the content that goes up there. So that means, CeeLo, if you want to do a cooking show, we done introduced that concept there. We could also do the recipe book and then put you together e-course where you actually are doing the show and top, or some hook it up some way. But it's about it's about creating the content. That's what white people do. Not just because it's what white people do, but that's what we used to do. We create and own content. So we be able to restream it whenever we want. We could cut it up. We could make a whole day's worth of shows. We could play DigiFest from now until 2035. I don't know. somebody, as long as we got the content, one of our smart kids is gonna figure out a way to do something with it in the future. So I know the accountant don't like hearing that shit though. But that's cool. I'll do that later. Y'all straight? I'm out of here.
Yep. Yep. Peace.
Uh-oh. Who over there working? How much time y'all got? Let me go and look at the time before I get up out of here. Am I going to be disappointed? You said probably? Well, I tell you what I wasn't disappointed about. I went downstairs, and the washer and the dryer were empty. That means that all the clothes have been folded. I don't know if y'all hit them, but there's only a one washer full of clothes down there right now that I need to get put into the dryer. And then after that, y'all caught up on all the clothes. Told y'all, once you get caught up, it's
Check
easy.
the hiding places. My child used to hide dishes and everything else all over this house. I'm like, this.
Oh, so that ain't just me. It ain't just me going through that. You scared the hell out of me. I thought you hung up. You scared the hell out of me. So you don't. Why don't you just admit that you don't know how to hang up your phone?
No, you were still talking, so I was still listening.
Oh.
Oh, I know how to hang it up.
So, but I'm out. You take it easy.
All right, bye.
No, I just seen something that shocked me. Let me go and look at Moby Max for my girls. Are you starting on Moby Max, Clee? But he finished his time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to send them a letter because they need to put something on there where y'all could time yourselves.
Yeah, you have to go to each individual thing you did, and then you gotta. Tina, don't play with me.
We just trying to work.
Lucky, that's a good reason.
Yeah, you were asleep, Sasha. Damn, Sasha, you only got 23 minutes. That's whack. Sit your ass up. Get up and move around. She been out here since about. Get up and move your ass around. 9 minutes? You been over there all that time? That's why y'all be thinking y'all be done. Y'all be doing little other shit. No, Gina got 23.